Yeah.
Spain seems like a fucking awesome. I strive to achieve Captain
Spain level.
Spain's
Dude.
absolute lore and aura. Okay.
Dude, I did not realize I did not realize I knew he was like heavily into the airlines, but I did not quite realize he was like
I
the
didn't know
chief
he
of
was
the Pacific.
No, and I didn't know he was like one of the stars.
I knew he was like one of the founders of JetBlue.
I knew that.
That's about it.
And I knew he flew in the airline.
Hi guys, I'm Lincoln.
I'm Drew.
I'm Lyndon. We were talking about Captain Spain's thing this morning, and then all the lore I got to hear when he was talking to an alumni this afternoon.
I have a strong feeling we're gonna be slightly off topic for a lot of this, but we'll bring Pan Am into a little bit, as today's discussion with Spain was kind of him dethroning Pan Am.
Our two questions we're supposed to focus on this week. We don't have to do one. Do you guys want to hit one?
Second one, we're doing the second one.
All right, we're doing the second one.
Unless you want to hit on the first one, I'm prepared for the second one.
Good enough.
Honestly, we can just hit the second one. It was how did Pan American Airways market commercial air travel to the public? How does this marketing model compare to the airlines marketing that you have seen in your lifetime?
I feel like back then it was marketed as like a glorified thing because it wasn't like that path wasn't used before. So I feel like to be able to get to beyond that or use that was a glorified thing. So I feel like glory was kind of like the big part of the.
I feel like I saw or heard a phrase from Pan American back then. It was something along the lines of, "We make the world smaller." Pan American. And it's because they're connecting all these countries and destinations that like have never been connected before, and making it closer and easier to reach than it's ever been before.
Yeah.
Which, in a sense, does make the world a lot smaller.
Yeah, it is true. How do they have that thing exactly worded? I mean, the marketing model today
Is scummy and feels like you're being cheated. I agree.
Yeah. It's also a lot more in your face because we think about this 1940s, 50s, all right, we had the radio and newspaper. Now we've got how many forms of social media? Phones. I have a computer, an iPad, a phone. I'm on Facebook every day.
I think I saw somewhere that people in our generation see somewhere between 600 and 1,000 ads a day.
That would not honestly surprise me. But
Between billboards, radio ads, fucking Spotify pushing you whatever they're pushing you, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, that's all you see nowadays.
yeah, so I mean,
I get more ads for beer than I do airlines, so I don't really know what beer is.
that's
Which is
probably
funny because I'm not even 21. It's weird how it works.
not- they target an underage audience. Like that's.
I think they really
They
do.
want you to
I-
be
no,
fully
no,
being
like,
They
told.
want me hooked before I turn 21.
No, seriously, like tobacco, they target the underage market.
They used to. They came down with
Yeah,
some
they
strict
got
Tobacco's
got.
hard.
Like, I've never smoked in my life, yet Marlboro is so attached to me because of its status in old racing, Formula One, Route B rally, all that stuff. How did we get this far off topic?
I don't know
It's been
because
2 seconds from not even talking about Spain.
we started ad. So,
ads.
but I feel
Modern ads.
okay. Back to it. So I feel like the digital marketing is kind of a different point of view,
Mhm.
but yeah, I would agree with what Lincoln said. It's kind of scummy.
I think me going off topic like that really shows where it's at. Like, we're exposed to so much, and it's become such a key part of like our culture and life that like, yeah, I can go on and be attached to a cigarette company despite the fact that I have never smoked and I probably will never smoke.
Yeah. So yeah, the marketing's different. What else was about that? And I guess probably air travel to the public was more like this big new deal because like realistically, like I mean it was starting in what the kind of in the 20s. Like it was more aerobatics in the 20s, 30s, probably 30s, but
I think 30s is
it still wasn't huge. It wasn't like this. It's not like what we see
It
today.
wasn't as trusted.
Yeah, it also was.
People were
It wasn't as
scared to
trusted,
get
and it
on
was
these
more.
things.
It was more something for the wealthy than it was something for the everyday person.
Yeah, and in this case, they were starting to make it for the everyday person. So, I guess it appealed to a broader audience, is what I would say.
Yeah, it opened it up for people that beforehand weren't able to even think about being able to fly across.
And maybe not even fly. Like maybe it's, hey, with Pan Am you can go explore this exotic destination. I mean, look at what Spain said today. He said that when their airline was Continental was kind of taking over. What was it?
Micronesia.
Micronesia.
Yeah,
That's what-
Micronesia.
Like they're building hotels and resorts, and they're partnering with all the locals to like make it a tourist attraction and bring people in. And I think that's something we don't really consider a lot because that's what air travel did. It made it small enough so that way people more like maybe more wealthy than you and I, could go out and actually do that rather than sit on a ship for 4 weeks to do the same thing.
Yeah, and that's also very true. Yeah, I didn't realize kind of that was interesting to hear Spain speak about that this morning.
Very
You know, I
interesting.
don't think I've heard an airline that just was like, all right, we're going to the middle of nowhere and we're going to build hotels.
And we're gonna knock another business off the face of the earth. While
We're
do
going to
it.
knock the best business in the industry
off.
off of their throne.
Yeah, and then build hotels, make more air routes,
Give people jobs.
Get jets
Have-
into the Pacific.
have Boeing redesign one of their jets so they don't break their beacon light. That was insane.
Like, you have to modify your jet to be able to land on these coral strips, and you're making it work for the people. And I feel like it's still early enough that it's not proven. It's not guaranteed to work. You're still kind of risking it
Yeah.
at this point.
For sure.
And all those runways are so short.
Oh,
Yeah, they're
We have like half of those. Carney's runway's longer.
Carney's our main runway are smaller than that, and it's insane to think about because, like, I don't know. I had roughly the same length runway I have in Kearney back at my home airport, but because density altitude always got so high, I feel like it's not a big runway. I'm sure if I've done all my flight training either here or maybe even at sea level, it'd feel a lot longer than it is because you have the air density to actually take off and land and have that performance. So that's kind of where my unique circumstances come in. It's like, yeah, most of the runways in Colorado are a lot longer than because they have to be. It's how jets and planes work. You need more distance if you don't have the air pressure.
Well, I'm sure they had plenty of air pressure down there, though. I mean,
Oh yeah, down at sea level, absolutely. But like coming from my perspective, like
yeah,
I have a similar size runway to what Kearney has, and it feels still small to me, even though I can be up and almost at pattern altitude on the right day by the end of the runway.
yeah.
Versus
no,
in Colorado, I'm maybe 50 feet off the threshold.
Yeah, yeah, that's insane. Like, that's absolutely crazy to think about.
And it's not because I couldn't get into the air very quick, it's because the climate is just not there. I'm climbing at maybe 20 feet per minute. That was the worst day I ever flew. It didn't help that the engine was not full power. But we don't talk about that.
So, what else do we want to hit on that? I don't know. Again, one of those I really liked. I don't know. Spain's thing today was just baffling.
I had no idea. Like, I knew Spain was like involved in this and did this and did this, but like when he went up there and he started saying we and us, and I was like, wait, what? You?
The
And when
lore
this
is
idea was
crazy.
first coming
I was
along,
like,
I was
what?
still flying in Vietnam, and I'm like, you were flying in Vietnam? Hang on.
Yeah.
I didn't know
And then he
this.
started saying us and we, and I'm like,
I
wait
really-
a second.
I
He's not
really
talking
gotta
about
sit down in
Spain.
this guy's office and talk to him. He's seen,
Honestly, I
The sheer amount of
love when
aura.
Spain comes into the office when I'm sitting dispatching and we just talk. It's my favorite thing. Or he'll come in and he'll sit down next to me and we'll talk and then he'll start doom scrolling on Facebook. It's so funny.
Hey, doom scrolling Facebook Marketplace hits all of us, and I'm sure all of us, especially people like Spain, see. Do you think Spain ever sees ads for his own company?
Honestly, yeah. No, that's so funny.
I bet you if I opened my Instagram account on the flying page, it'd take me 3 scrolls to find me related ad.
Probably. Me too.
What's up, guys?
So,
What y'all up to?
Video for class.
in a public space, because that's how we do it. We really have a study room. We should take that room next time to the
Yeah, probably. What else did Spain talk about earlier, or when he was out there today? Oh, he flew special ops for the military as well. Like
Yeah.
after he got done doing all the air travel, like all the transport stuff, he flew special ops. Yeah. I think that's how I heard that.
Ain't no rest for the wicked.
Dude,
Spain's
yeah,
not the wicked. That's
he's insane.
maybe.
Hey, oh, you want to hear something really funny? So back when they had the forced retirement age at 60, he was in Congress and he testified about the moving it to 65.
What?
Yeah, yeah. The lore is crazy.
He's
About
using
moving.
Congress.
So he went to Congress and testified about why
Right.
it should be moved to 65. Didn't make friends. They did move it to 65, but hear this. They moved it 5 days after his 65th birthday.
no.
Yeah, they put it into law after 5 days after his 65th because
His 60th or his 65th?
his 65th.
Man.
Yeah, 5 days. So he didn't get to go back to the airlines. That's what happens. That's when he went back to doing everything else.
Yeah.
Dude, his lore is crazy. I love it.
I feel like Spain would have been the guys to have been like, oh yeah, I was also the DPE everyone loved back in my prime.
Chief of the Pacific is crazy though. Like I knew he was like
Co-founder
he had done
of
a lot.
JetBlue, manager of our, like, I heard co-founder of JetBlue and I thought, well, that's hard to believe. How is the co-founder of JetBlue just working in the middle of the nowhere, Nebraska? I mean, no offense by this, but this place fucking sucks.
Yeah.
It is kind of the middle of nowhere. Actually,
Right here.
Give me 1 second. You can come down here and be in the video.
so
He just does it for the love of the game, honestly. Like that's the only reason.
so how
does
he
love
actually
the game.
how he found it was he was talking with someone with the FAA and they're like, hey, job position open. You should really check this out. And he's like, okay, checked it out. And he's like, sure.
Yeah.
And that's how he ended up here. Like it's the most bizarre story.
He does not need to be here at all. He's literally just here for the love of the game.
Yeah, no, he's literally just here because he wants to help.
I strive to be in issues with that. I don't think I'll ever be able to be presented the opportunities he was presented because he did kind of come up in earlier aviation.
Yeah.
But I think just being in it for the love of the game and making the most of your experience in the aviation world, like,
yeah.
the more I think about it, the more I'm like, okay, maybe airlines when I'm in my prime, but after airlines, like, my dream is to build my own aircraft and maybe operate training out of Alaska or something.
Yeah.
That's my goals, but at the end of the day, I'm not here because it's a job that pays well. Granted, that's a nice benefit,
Yeah.
it also costs a lot. I'm here because I love it. And that's I think what's beautiful about aviation. Is it's really easy to pull that draw. I mean, if you don't have that draw and love of the game, you're not going to make it in aviation because
No.
it is challenging. You got to know, you got to be able to push through to get to it.
You got to be passionate about this field. I mean, bad weather days, you have to have integrity. I've flew 8 times in the last month, and once a week for the last 2 weeks, and it took everything in me just to be like, I just got to get through this part. Like it's just a rough patch because of the weather. But
Especially
it's just
things like
draining. What's that?
you too hard on yourself.
Yeah, I'm really hard on myself, and I like to keep constant. Like I like to practice a lot. So
I'm telling you, just don't put your flight instructor on that. You're chilling.
I just do the same thing as some others. So
It's
yeah,
not necessarily a bad thing. It doesn't make you a better pilot, but there is a point where you're doing it too much.
I do it to the unhealthy portion.
Yeah, we've been in this before. Tim's like, what are you guys even
What are you guys even yapping about? Long story short, modern ads, kind of scummy. I hate ads just because I see so many of them. Pan American ads back in the day were focused on making the world smaller, making you realize, hey, you could do this, you could do that. Like it really is. They were revolutionizing not only aviation, they were changing how the world functioned. And I think that's kind of what led us down this tangent. I think that's what makes it so beautiful.
Yeah. This world's different because of probably Pan Am. They were kind of the forefounder of exactly what you said. Their ad making the world smaller. Which is great.
And I don't know that without Pan Am having the balls to go out and explore and make these air bases, like I think realistically we wouldn't have seen people trying to cross the Pacific in the way they were until something like GPS came out. It goes back to, I feel like, a theme. It's you have to have the people with the crazy ideas. You have to have the crazy factor, but also the backing and the drive to get it done.
Yeah.
In the safest way possible, even though it's fucking crazy.
Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, let me go fly 1,500 miles across the open ocean, and hopefully there's an island where I end up.
With gas and people and
Cargo.
hopefully my plane doesn't break. Can't fix it.
It'd be a bad day.
Bad day. Horrible bad day. Oh, horrible day.
Okay, I'm gonna save Cam 15 more minutes and cut in the video.
Ta-da!